man can't solve in this time because from a little group,
Me not learn nothing.
Instagram live,
Yeah.
Facebook live,
Yeah.
even live on YouTube.
Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of The Scope. First, let me apologize for last week. We missed last week. We were caught up with a lot of assignments, but this week is going to be interesting. With me, my co-host Kimberly. Big up Copy Boo. She's always been watching for all the week. She watched every episode, so big her up and hope you continue watching. So this week we are going to talk about education in Jamaica. And it's only fitting because we had a rough week last week, so it's really nice to have an opportunity to finally discuss this. So, hi Kim, how are you?
I'm tired.
Same.
Having ambition is heavy stuff.
But if you strong people, then if you have ambition, so.
Yes.
Good. So, we're gonna get into it now. Education in Jamaica. I want to ask you a question. Is it really accessible to everyone?
I think this is a straightforward yet in some ways tricky question. I think education isn't necessarily accessible to everyone. Here's why I say that. For certain schools, say for skilled schools, I'm from St. Elizabeth. I don't readily see them available for persons who are skilled. So persons who are skilled, they just go ahead and find a trade or they work for somebody, get a little pittance or just something like that. But when you come to Kingston, you actually find out, okay, I can actually do this. I can actually pursue this. I can go to this school, get my certifications, etc., etc. But I don't really see that for country schools. And aside from that, I don't think it's accessible to everyone because, for one, we're all from different. I don't think it's necessarily accessible to everyone because we're all from different backgrounds. So you'll find that as it relates to home, the status of the home, funding, stuff like that, I don't think all families, all homebodies have the funding to actually send their children to schools or fitting schools, say preparatory schools. People think you have the best level of education there for your little children, but I don't think so. I think all right. So what say you, Jason?
Again, you say that's a tricky question, and it is because I believe, in some sense, it is accessible to everyone. I mean, from basic school, everybody have the opportunity to attend basic school, right? Primary school, it don't cost nothing to go primary school, right? And as your child grows, everything gets more expensive. When it comes on to high school, I believe there's still accessibility because there's still avenues to actually, because the whole the accessibility comes with funding. And when I say it was a tricky question, I was thinking about the aspect of funding to find the school fee and find the this and the that and the there and the thing. So I believe it is, however, it's not easy. You understand, when it reaches a certain level, it becomes harder and harder and harder. And high school is pretty much the highest level for some persons, right? Moving on to another level, a lot of persons really just say, all right, then me get this level of education. It can help me get this far in my life or whatever.
But what I'm saying though, even with the whole accessibility thing, you'll find that not everyone is versed in certain things. So that's what I was saying. With
That's true. And in the high school setting, I went to Monroe. I never got the opportunity to pursue a skill.
Same. I went to Hampton. I wasn't taught a skill.
So from there, if I wasn't thinking ahead, say alright, then I want to go college, I want to do this and that, I would leave Monroe with 8, 9 CXCs and moving on to You understand me? I said pretty much nothing.
A traditional job.
Yeah, because I didn't, and I am a hands-on person. But in the same breath, there are a lot of technical schools there. I mean, so there are some schools, I won't say the traditional high schools because there's only one or two I can pinpoint off the top of my head that actually, no, which would be JC and maybe St. George's that offer something outside of the norm, the robotics and the mechanical and whatever it is, at third form and forward, right? So, again, it is accessible, but it is really hard for persons who don't have it financially to access it, and you have to really want it to access, or your parents have to want it for you, because at 16-year-old you can't want it for yourself. Because sometimes you want to stop go to school because you say it don't make no sense or whatever. But you understand?
So the accessibility is lacking in just certain areas.
Yeah, certain areas, I believe.
Right. So, tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you considered going to university, college, but is tertiary education a must? Do you need a tertiary education?
It's crazy that you asked me this question given the situation that we're faced with. For me, it has always been a must for me, for personal reasons, right? For personal reasons, it have been a must for me. My mother never go college or university. That had to change for me. It's nowadays a handful of persons in my family go to university, right? Before, I believe that it had to change for me and my family. So, I believe it's a must personally, but I give a answer when I think more fitting for the. I don't believe it is. I don't, because in a pandemic, or let's not talk about pandemic, but in this millennium, young people are getting smarter by the day, by the second. Everything them fingertips right now. Google, YouTube, right? You have graphic designers who are doing very well for themselves. You have photographers doing very well for themselves. You have persons who learn stocks who are doing very well for themselves, right? So the college education system is pretty much, if you want to do it, go and go do it. If you feel like so that paper they are going to give you an next status or whatever,
or help you to get to a point. So you want to do international relations, you know, you can't just do that based on what's on the internet.
Yeah, but it's not a must. I'll be honest, it's not a must. You see, you can be making 6-figure income without that certificate from a tertiary institution. So that's my answer. It's a straightforward answer, and it's not a must.
I'm happy you mentioned the fact that we can actually get resources from online, YouTube, etc., etc. So we don't necessarily have to go to school for these things, but for persons who have a challenge learning and they use the resources like YouTube and stuff like that, but when we are in the school setting, they don't really tend to slow learners, in my opinion. So do you believe that they cater for slow learners in Jamaica?
Right now, you're touching a very touchy topic. I could go on all night if I have to. The system, we're not talking about the school system set up for certain people. Because again, while I was going to Monroe, when I was going to Monroe, and my friend them teach me creating virus and them something. I never learned that in a classroom. The things that I'm supposed to teach in a classroom now, I believe, and this is I believe, things that I'm supposed to teach in a classroom, like how to calculate the tax.
With the changing times.
Yeah, that's what I say. Because everybody want to be an entrepreneur or whatever. Things that I learn at university now are things that I believe I should learn in a high school. You understand what I say? So the system it's set away to keep you at a level. Slow learners, fast learner, whichever learner you want to be. Yeah. What is important for you to learn is not in the classroom.
So it's almost like they create your pace for you.
So
they set the tone for your life.
You're not in control.
Based on the system.
You're not in control. You know. The system is basic school, primary school, high school, college. And if you go on do your masters, you do your masters same way. Fast track. You learn. You have to really interested to teach your youth certain things. At primary school level, students should be proficient in producing a PowerPoint effectively.
True.
And presenting effectively. That's my view. You wait until you reach a 7th grade and 8th grade for them thing. Then come on, better than that now.
But that actually touches something I wanted to ask, because I wanted to ask, what should they be incorporating in the education system? So you mentioned that, okay, they should incorporate stuff like teaching students how to do PowerPoints.
Yeah.
I believe that they should teach children from primary, well, they do it from basic school level. They teach them Spanish. However, so going on to university, well, not university, high school, I don't think a student should just graduate without having a second language. That's just me. And in primary school, I believe that they should teach sign language. I feel like the world is evolving, and for all of us to coexist and to advance
and can communicate
with to communicate effectively, to advance with academic opulence, I feel like we need to make changes like that. So everybody must have a second language.
It's a must.
Everybody must know at least how to do sign language, and if you don't take it with you for the rest of your days, at least you're introduced to it, and that's what's important. Because you'll find that a lot of persons gravitate to point A and a lot of persons gravitate to point B, but give them the opportunity to choose which they want to gravitate
it make all of that, all of that add to being marketable, being competent to communicate with any and any audience. And there's a lot. Alright, let me segue a little bit and say there's a lot of jobs right now asking you for a second language. Especially in the tourism industry. A lot of persons go in the tourism industry and have to learn a second language.
Even BPO.
Big grab people have to learn a second language. And for me, that should not be the case. May I be very honest. That should not, even the BPO industry, because they have bilingual agents there as well. So, shifts need to be made. Not necessarily talk about slow learners or whatever, but for learners as a whole, you teach this.
The whole construct, the whole construct of slow learners. I don't believe in slow learners. For one, Jason is all entertainment.
Hands-on.
I could be all IT. I could be a psychologist. I could be an entertainment personnel. I could do IT. I could do multiple things. Because I just set up. Some people good at this, some people good at that. So I don't think we have slow learners. I just think we need to find our space, as our producer likes to talk. He likes to say space. So just find your space, what works for you, what you're good at, and excel at that.
Yeah, but here's the thing now. I think that I saw a picture one time, where they had a teacher, a human being, and you have a line of different animals. You have the elephant and the fish in one bowl and the monkey and all them something there. You might teach them, but you might teach all the animals them the same way. How them are going to learn, how all of them are learn the same way when them come from the environment.
The fact that they're different animals.
You understand me? I say, it's still the same thing with human being. Same thing with human being, They are all different animals. So when you teach everybody the same way, I say, him not learn. And him parents come up here and teach him. He's a slow learner.
And what's heart-wrenching, what I can never understand, something I've experienced personally, you have teachers, when they see these things, they see it as, so me not pay that one, I know mine. Or they make comments.
She have a one where I keep pace,
And the audacity of them to think that this is how you approach a situation like that. If you're a teacher, even in that, even in becoming a teacher, I believe that you're supposed to be taught how to maneuver in different environments as a teacher. You're supposed to can compromise. You're supposed to can I don't know. You're supposed to can just apply yourself everywhere.
And enough of them
If you see one child always sing and them something, they say, you know, if not pay attention in the class, I'm gonna make a song.
Yeah,
if you can't make the song, ask somebody else to help you. Ask a child to help you to make a song about the topic. But I don't think they put much heart into those things nowadays. But that's just me.
They don't put heart in their art.
Heart in their art.
Simple as that.
I don't see it much anymore, and it's really sad because that is needed in our education system. Because if you're going to teach me something, I need to see that you're excited about it also for me to gravitate towards it and grasp what you're telling me, what you're trying to teach me. But that's just me. So we've mentioned access and our skilled labor force, but let's get into something deeper as it relates to certification of our skilled labor force. Is it important for them to gain it, or it doesn't matter?
Case in point. I love this question so much because myself and 25 others, including yourself, got a scholarship to do entertainment, design, production, and technology. This scholarship came about from what I always say come from Buju concert. When them have, yeah, I always say it, when them have over 70 Germans coming here to do a stage setup, when know a lot of Jamaicans can do, them have the main events and them have all them people that can do it. However, they weren't certified to do it. That was the reason why they bring the amount of Germans that they did. Right? It is important, very important, to have that certification, a piece of paper say, you can move the stone from point A to point B. And this is what I say, you can do it, you're proficient, you're great at it. But when it comes on to, and you can do the job, you can do a lot of jobs, but when it comes on to that job that can bring you to places, because if it was a show in Germany, you realize them now take 71 Jamaican go over there because the Jamaican them are certified. But the person them with the certificate that take plane come to Jamaica to come do it. So I believe the piece of paper, that certificate that shows that I am proficient in doing it, is very important if in any space, the entertainment space. Yeah, man. Because again, main events can do it. I know Troop and Company can do it. Whatever them do at the stadium, a Buju concert, them can do it. I mean, multiple others, the youth them on Sente can do it too. Event factory them can do it too. But again, they weren't called for the job. Why?
No certification.
And a lot of the equipment them use were main event equipments, but not main event personnel.
Which is ironic.
You understand me? I say so. Yeah, man. It's the paper important.
He's in his zone.
Paper important.
Well, me really don't have nothing to add to that because the paper is like your personal chat to me back.
Are you licensed?
No, exactly.
Listen, if me jump on the car and say me I drive go the road and police stop me, I'm not my license. You can't give him no talk.
Because you don't have your license.
Right? But me drive go out there with my license and back it and there's a license and registration and I say boom. But bossy with it, Come have it. You understand me I say? So, your license towards greater things, I tell you the truth.
Yeah. So, a synopsis. Education is accessible. However, I've made mention that in some areas of Jamaica, the skilled labor force is not as accessible. And we believe that, okay, it's important to have the certification to get your jobs and to show that you're qualified. So I hope that is the take home from everything that we've covered thus far. So whatever you want to pursue, you can pursue it. If you don't believe that tertiary education is important, that you don't need it, as long as your dream, it still aligns with everything and you don't have to go to university, that's completely fine. We support you in that. But I think that if it is that you believe that you need to pursue these things, go right ahead and pursue it. Don't allow for people to discourage you. And whatever you deem possible in your mind, it's always accessible to you. You can go seek scholarships. You can go on the internet, watch YouTube videos, etc., etc.
I'm going to add to that. Nobody in Russia.
Right.
Nobody in Russia. And me I talk to the after secondary people. See, because when you finish secondary school, you feel like I have to have a big career, I have to have a big this, I have to have a whole heap of money and all them something. We talked about this a few episodes ago about being patient with yourself. The education is there, the education system is there, the institutions are there, right? Again, if you feel like it's not for you, it's not for you. No make because mommy say if you go to college, you're going to go waste our money.
But if you have a skill,
Yeah.
even if you're not like education, still the certification would help. Because if you're gonna start a small company, skilled small company,
you need them thing there.
you need a certification.
You need them thing there because I tell you, even the little certificate them add up. You understand me? So if you feel like say the college or the university system don't work for you, at one point in time I feel like I would never make it to university. So I start do some small certifications, right? And them add up. Because when I put them on resume and people look upon them and say, and some of these are with honors, see me. And people look upon them and say, you understand me? I say, them add up. So instead of going to college and doing some courses when I really align to your thing, and you want to stay focused on it, just do some small certificates. You worth it in the end, trust me. And no make nobody tell you it's not accessible. A small certificate course now costs you $50,000, if so much, right? If you go to college, that costs you a whole heap of money, but the avenues are there, right? The avenues are there. I got a scholarship from out of nothing. I never believed it would happen.
Exactly. So the thing is, the timing, as he was saying, the timing, your basic school, primary school, high school, boom, you want to jump right go university. Where your parents to find $2 million from one time. Yeah. So it wasn't like personally, I wanted it. I wanted to go to university. What I'm doing now isn't what I wanted to do initially, but because of who I am, what I'm capable of, the things I can do, I'm creative, and so this just appeals to my creative nature. So it grew on me, honestly. So I learned to love it. But what you find is that things work out.
Yeah.
So if the pace that's coming at you, if you can try now, because it never just come to me, so we have to do something to get it. So you have to do your research.
Yeah.
If you want it, get up every single day, go and search for something, anything, anything.
Yo, we can
and you never know.
We can go on, you know. We can go on, because we are talking about the accessibility, and me didn't know so me want this, right? Before me even know so me couldn't access it, me know so me want it before it present itself for me even attempt to access it.
You know what's funny?
Me know so me want it.
You know what's funny? This isn't even a Jamaican scholarship. So if you want it, you don't have to limit yourself to your own country. Just go out and search and see what happens.
Is WhatsApp me see that opportunity upon and me take it with both WhatsApp. You understand me? I say, but when we go there and yes, again, it wasn't there couple months ago. It pop up, me see it, and it come to me, and there were things that I was doing that align to what they wanted to know. When we go on the interview, them ask me things where I flow.
It's your zone.
Flow because there's something I knew that I wanted this. I worked towards it. I put some things into action. I never know it that got happen, but when it happened, I couldn't take a hold of it. You understand me? I say, so it's there. If it's not dead yet, it will go forward. Learn a skill. YouTube is there. Google is there.
Another advice for my people in high school now: learn AutoCAD. Learn AutoCAD, Photoshop.
Yeah, them the thing there.
Every single command in even Microsoft Word, know how to do it. Know MLA. We're taught it to some extent in high school. Learn formatting, MLA, APA. All of them something to learn it. Nobody can talk to you when you're in university. Even if you're not got university, nobody can talk to you.
In a life, them to write something and you're flowing like
programming. That's good too.
Yeah, but definitely. But not everybody. So no, I have to talk true. You know, I'm space now. We are talking about accessibility.
Yeah.
Find what work for you. But these are some things that you're gonna need them. You're gonna the most. Even a secretary job right now, you need Photoshop.
Event planning, you can find it on the internet also. And if you need advice, you can always contact the school, and and we'll make ourselves available to assist you in that capacity. But seriously,
anyways,
anything you want is out there.
Go for it, man. It did.
Education in Jamaica, I feel like if we all come together and try to work on ourselves individually, then it will better our economy and it will better our homes. And he said he wanted to make sure that he got his degree. I want to make sure I get that also, because I would be the first of my family to actually complete a degree, and I want that for myself and my family beyond the odds.
Yeah.
So I hope people never know them something here, and Jason just talk all of the things that I mean. I want people know. But, but here it is. The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, man, it did it. It's out there. Don't question about whether it's accessible or not. It is accessible. You understand? You have to want it though. You understand me? I said it might not didn't know.
You can get it if you really want.
Put in the work. You understand?
You can get. Our producer is dancing, just so you know. So we're gonna just end the episode like this.
Yeah, man. So take care. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we out. Scope.
So thank you for watching another episode of The Scope. Come again. Bye bye.
Come again. Yeah. Thanks for watching The Scope. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you next week. I'm out.